So this is the wheel that Max Verstappen uses in sim racing.
Love my sim racing. Some people think it's just a game, but it's not.
We're starting to see why Max Verstappen, the fact that he's using an Ascher Racing Ultimate wheel, I think says a lot.
Because I want to win whatever I do. I want to go to not to look like an idiot. So Max. Sim racing. Sim racing.
So this is the wheel that Max Verstappen uses in sim racing. I'm here with Martin Ascher, who is just responsible for all these amazing wheels at Ascher Racing, the Ultimate, the Pro, the Sport, and the GT4. And this is an incredible wheel. Can you tell me some of the decisions you made when designing this and why this is a wheel that Max Verstappen wants to use?
Yeah, so when I design steering wheels, for me the ergonomics are top of the list. So everything is designed to be in reach with the thumb as much as possible. Like you can grab both encoders, all the buttons without moving your thumb. And also you have on the rear side the two pedal shifters, the main and the second shifter.
Yeah.
So the ergonomics are improved over 10 years, I would say.
So you know me, Martin, I'm like, famously, I put the quick release the wrong way on this wheel.
I saw it.
I don't understand the double shifters. What's the philosophy with the double shifters, and when would you use this one, when would you use this one?
So actually you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
So I'm using it on a single monitor to look left and right. To quickly have a glance before the braking point if my opponent is still there or not.
Yeah.
But you can use it for DRS, push to talk.
Or a shift, I guess then.
Yes, you can, with our software, you can remap the buttons. You can also make two buttons making the same thing. So you can have upshift and downshift on the same side if you want to, for convenience reasons.
Or
but
accessibility as well.
Yes, accessibility, but mainly it's just a convenience thing. So to have an additional input, which is, this is one of the easiest buttons to reach during driving. You don't have to do anything and just push the button.
Yeah.
And so ergonomics are top of the list.
Yeah.
And then what I tried to do was having those laser engraved button caps without stickers.
Yes.
So
I love that.
yeah. The challenge was to get the lights distribution evenly without having a bright spot in the middle, and we achieved this with only one LED. We like this approach because it saves some energy and doesn't overload the USB bus, and for wireless wheels it's also very good. But so we don't want to have any stickers. That's why we do the laser engraved thing.
So if you don't know, these button caps here, when you buy an Ascher wheel, you get the button caps that have the logos on them, and then you just take off this plate and you can replace the caps. Whereas a lot of other wheels, you'll get a load of stickers in your thing and you sticker them, and that doesn't happen in real racing. That. So,
and it's funny because you say you just need to remove the plate. And this was like the most challenging thing for me to design because it's a two-part design and everything has to work together. And you have, when you remove the plate, you have those tiny little recessed things where you can put the tool inside, and it's blocked by the plate, by the button guard, because I didn't want to have it visible during normal driving.
That's why you have
all those little details in the 3D packaging were so challenging to get it right. And also, for example, I don't want to have the button to wobble that much, so all the tolerances must be spot on.
Yeah.
Even when you press in the button cap, it expands, and we have to take into account everything to get it right.
So we're starting to see why Max Verstappen is, because he is not going to accept an inferior product. That's a fact.
I think so.
That's a fact. We know that. So the fact that he's using an Ascher Racing Ultimate wheel, I think says a lot. The lineage of the wheel, starting with the Ultimate, going sort of Pro, Sport, GT4. What do you see? Do you see people really going for the screen, or do people prefer not to have the screen, or could you have both options?
It's 50-50. So most people prefer the looks of the Ultimate because it looks more sexy and like a Formula 1 steering wheel. But I always tell my customers or our customers that if you don't sit like in a Formula 1 driving position, it's better to have the dashboard externally, more upwards, because you don't have to look so far down.
Because if your formula is in your eye line,
When you're sitting upright, you have to look so far down. But to get the best of both worlds, I'm using the Ultimate with another dashboard on top. So I split my screens. I have the dashboard screen on the external dashboard, and on the ultimate screen I have just stuff for race tactics, like what's my current fuel consumption, what's
So
my
you got
stint
a
length.
double screen setup.
Yes, I don't have to switch screens. I have the most important information upwards and the tactics long-term information
Again,
downwards.
that sounds like something that Max Verstappen might like, the ability to like just have as much information as possible when you're at that level. Anything else you want to tell us about when you were designing this wheel that was a challenge that you had to overcome, or some small detail that we might not notice?
I mean,
that's probably everything.
there are so many small details I try to nail, and sometimes it takes me much more time than you think to get something right. Because if you see the end result, it might look obvious, but to get there is the challenging part. And for us, the reliability is keen, because it's not only in the real race car, the components, but also for sim racers, they can be really picky if they lose a race because of a missed upshift or something like that.
Again, when you got Max Verstappen, he was at Imola in Formula One, getting chased by Lando Norris in the McLaren, but then at night time he's doing stints.
Yes, I saw
in the Nürburgring 24 hours. He cannot accept any failure in equipment. That's just it. So if you want to know who Max might. If he was dedicated to it, he might be the best sim racer in the world, possibly. Like, obviously, he's splitting two things, but he's very.
I mean, with his night stint, he pretty much showed that he is probably really good.
Yeah. So he's at least very good. So just a final thing I want to touch on. It says here your logo, and I'm guessing this is because would that be a sticker, or is that an engraving, or what's that going to be?
So the feedback from our customers when we launched the product was that some people don't want to have the McLaren branding on the wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for some people they love it, and others don't want it, so it's okay. And we took that feedback into account, and we not only removed the logo as a separate product, but now we offer our customers to get their own text or logo file laser engraved.
Wow, okay, laser engraved.
So you can choose on the website, it's coming in early next year. You can either upload your logo or just write a text, and it will be laser engraved on the front plate and a separate thing on the top. So if you want to customize your wheel, you can do this to your liking.
Yeah.
And additionally, you can also choose the colors for the encoder knobs and joystick knobs and rotary knobs.
So I could get in our logo, I could get my name, and I could choose colors I like red or blue or whatever.
Yes, that's the idea, yeah.
So I'm not aware if other brands do that. They might do, but I think that is like the ultimate customization when you're sat there in, this is my rig, this is my wheel, it has my name on it, and this is my safe space for racing after work and whatnot.
If you see those rigs from the customers, everybody has a different combination of things and so much customizations going on. So we want to have the customers to have their individual wheel as perfect as they like it. And I mean, we built the wheel. They don't have to open anything, and they get it like they want it. And in the configurator, it's also rendered. The colors for the knobs are rendered in the display if you change them. So if I change the knob to blue, it goes to blue. And what we saw was the wheel has completely different style if you change the colors. I mean, for example, here you can see one wheel completely in golden, and it looks different than this wheel in.
I think Max could pull that off.
Maybe.
I don't think I could. But I saw the other day someone has made a sim rig out of 80/20 aluminium, but all anodized red, really nice deep red anodized.
Yeah.
And that person, you're gonna
might like it,
or you contrast it with.
Here you can see the variation we did for Will from Boosted Media.
Have a look here. You can see the. You can see the boosted media logo.
And he told us what colors he wants, like red and white, red and black, and also the logo on top. And I mean, it's the different styling, so everybody gets what he wants.
I'm not aware. Other companies may do it, but I'm not aware of it. I used to play a lot of football, And I used to, from Adidas, every year I used to get my flag and my name on my booth. It's like a little thing. And it's like, it does make it more you, and it's a hobby thing, and this is my hobby, and I'm investing time and money into it, but sometimes the time is more important. And it's like,
absolutely,
this is my space. So
then you might probably also like the idea that we offer the same thing for the button caps as well. So you can have, for the start button, you can also put your logo if you want to.
Oh, so
we can do the laser engraving. We have set up all the machines.
Yeah.
And we are ready to go.
So this is a very niche point, Martin, but just to let you know, like for me, if I had my logo here, when I'm streaming, I press it, and on the stream, the logos come up.
I mean, with stickers, it's much easier to achieve.
Yeah.
Also for the front plate or the casing, but we do this also just with laser engraved machines.
And longevity as well.
It's not falling off or tearing down at some point.
Well, honestly, thank you so much for your time, because people on the channel will know I've been using the Pro and I've been using the GT4 a lot. And I personally, for me, I love the simplicity of the GT4, the pureness of it. And
I mean, you can make it simple, but you can also go over the top and completely configure it with the rotary modifier, where you can set a position
that shift thing. And
you can shift the inputs.
Yeah.
Where you can map all the buttons available.
I'm not at that level yet.
You can completely go insane.
But I just love, because I sat the other day in this Artura here, and we were at McLaren in Woking, and the real like moment for me when I realised was that when you have a very solid, completely authentic wheel, the wheel almost, for me, fades away and it's not an issue. Yeah. And then you're just purely in the sim. Yeah. So there's different philosophies, because here you want to be looking at the screen and seeing everything, but for me also, I want to be completely immersed in the sim. Like when you're at a cinema, you forget you're in a cinema and you're in the screen. So, but there's different products for everyone. So thank you so much, Martin, for your passion as well.
And thanks for stepping by. Nice to meeting you in person.
No worries. Your dedication to the industry, I think, is really valuable, and it's amazing to see the stand and the customization. So definitely go check. Is that live on the website now, or will be live?
It will be live in Q1, I think.
Okay.
So just check out our socials, and we will publish.
Just check it every day, and then you'll see when it's live. But yeah, this is Ascher Racing, the ultimate. Max Verstappen uses this wheel, and now we know why.